Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Din YouTube show. Intellectuating, fair, frank, and factual. This is X Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know which one on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing clearly. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. If you're seeing me episode of Extra Class. Technical issues, technical challenges. So hopefully the stream remains stable. Been trying to troubleshoot. Trying to do some other stuff. Not seems to be working. It kind of look like I'm gonna barely hear me here. So too. See, let me know the audio come through. And them something there. Yeah, mic check one. Yeah, that's one bad still. But when me have the audio balance, I need for turn up a few things. See, let me see. Mic check one. Yeah, I think I don't know. Oh, that sound I know. Mic check one. But that tool. Boy. Testing 1 3. I see it a freeze up champion. Free man, all of them. Things. Yeah, so again, get one. Much better. Oh, that's the know. Boy, I don't know if it's internet trouble or what kind of trouble you know, brother, but trouble did it. Yeah, so I say, only say the audio good. Zane, I say I can add something else to it in the meantime. Might as well just use a stream for troubleshoot and try fix some things instead of Zane. Auntie. When I hear look background music. Yeah, but the microphone so sensitive now it pick up everything. Alright, so I hear the background music. Mic check one. When I still hear me clear, talk a phone wise. Mic check. Alright, I'm gonna turn off that. I wanna say good now. Okay, alright, that not bad. Background music. Audio improve. But Murphy's law interfering. Big up to the people, but thanks to the patience. I probably know for people that are there tonight still, but what's the go on? Yes, I am. Zane, alright, so I'm gonna try to keep it the something. Clean and clear. Zane, no job frame. Peace, me feel like me feel any stream and forward in. Big up on yourself. Yeah, that's what I say. Me if you catch me breath and focus on some things. Not so now I hear the music. Only if I not hear the music. That is strange. So I hear it and one can't hear it. Then auntie. No music? That's weird. Strange. I don't want to not hear the music, you know. Kinda have an idea. Alright, I'm gonna move this right here, so. Alright, when I hear music, you know. Alright, I could just go on use the time and check, see if we can balance or something here. Music. Kind of make no sense me play music and I'm alone hear it. Oh, that man say music. So music is here. Okay. Zane. Alright. Keep my mic up there so everything clean and clear. Mad. I'm still hear my chair creak and I make nice. See how this thing gets sensitive, you know. Alright, let me know if the music too loud phone. It's just to kind of keep it thing on a little level. Just add something different to his stream as we go along. You know what I mean? So add some new things to the thing as we go along. As a progress stay sometimes still. You see me? Progress. Have a way for Alright. drop this right, yes, sir. I hear myself now. Alright, that don't sound bad. Hopefully everything balanced. No, not too loud. Alright, you see me I talk about it all, take a look out, you know what I mean? Engagement in a class like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me refresh this now so we can up to date so peeps. I only look at moving parts, you know. Like some solve one problem and some find out one next one. We soon fix everything. Progress it name. Yeah, peace, me there. And then me need to monitor the music thing if it continue if you loop on them something. Miss Christie, long time no see the eye. Kind of glimpse up here and there still, but hope all is well. You know what I mean? Big up yourself, just to see it. Peeps, soon circle.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them. You know it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey yo, yellow! Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey yo, we always up to something. Teach them! Hey yo, yellow! Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here. Warlord representing.
Yes, I am. We're there, yeah. Mama and Papa. You know what I mean? All that still. So that freeze up. Alright, that looks smooth. See, yeah, man. Alright, so go and loop a little until. So, peeps, we're there. Big up to the people who they are working at night, yeah. But now we kind of later than usual. My mouth stash have grow down family fit and comfortable. But, see, I don't know man they rest. But big up to the rest of them. You know what I mean? Manners and respect to the ones them. You see, for the people who still there work, I hope you get home soon. For the people who are up on the streets, make sure when you reach in safe and so on. For the people on the home, ready for listen to teach about some things we affect Jam down. Jamrock, Jamaica land we love. Land of food and water, Bob Marley, we see in both Vibes, Cartel, Butcher Bantan, Shelly and Fraser Price, Elaine Thompson. You understand what I say? Portia Simpson, Miller, Marcus, Garvey, and so whole heap more people. Peeps, we're there. Good night. We'll be experimenting. Even with the troubles we have, we're going to experiment with some things tonight. Hopefully all is well. So look up, you know what I mean? Patriotic thing where we drop, you know what I mean? You know, black, green, and gold, you know what I mean? Good for your soul. So, you know, a yard thing, so we have to keep it thing legit, level. You see? Alright, so I could tap that feed time, beat. We're ready to start. I'm not even share the street. I want to hold on. I'm in a rush tonight because I'm done late already. So might as well just step me look at time. You understand what I say? And the speed with bucket to and drop and bust your face and all these things. So give me a look at time. Let me share out the stream and then look at things. You understand? I want to do it likewise. So speaking about share stream, you see? Yeah, man, I like and share stream myself too. Like, one night for me to tell you that. Yeah, I have a few little things that I play around with today. Are you taking calls tonight? Empress Rosie, you know what I say, I have be a problem. You want me start take call everything mash up. I work on that still. That's a part of the problem I face still. So, this taking call thing is not as easy as some people think. Some people use apps, some people use other things. You have hardware we can do it, but we can't bother with that, you know. You see me? Let me share this grass, so. And thing. Boom, so. Yeah, so no, really I take a call thing tonight still, or next night. But, you know what I mean? And thing. Oh, music still in the background there. I don't know if it's a loop still. But alright, peace. Make we move on. See? And them up there. And thing. Yeah, peeps. You say you play around with some stuff, so I'm asking. Yeah, but me can't go deal with that in a night at Empress Rose. That would have cause more problem. I just try balance some things and like I've been working on some stuff. You see me I say? And thing. God's a record of blessings. COVID situation I know, peeps. You not full up the screen, bro. What you mean me not full up the screen? Me scroll, me say cool. Nah, man, me supposed to full up the screen, man. I'm restart the stream, man. See, if me ready for the classroom, no, you know, but we have to do what we have to do, though. You understand what I say? I just want them things. I just have to do what we have to do and call it a day, yeah, sir. You feel me? Yeah, man. The COVID situation has been stabilizing somewhat. Zine and thing. Full the screen, bro. I not understand that. I not understand that still. Yeah, Zine? I not get the issue. Let me check my phone, guys. Advertisement I run. Money I make. Jamaica records 10 new COVID cases and 10 more recoveries. See? So, 10 cases is a lot. 10 recoveries we give thanks. You understand what I say? Jamaica has recorded 10 new COVID cases, increasing the total to 544. 5 of the new patients arrived on the Royal Caribbean Adventures of the Sea, which docked in Falmouth, Trelawney, and Tuesday. 3 others are from Kingston and St. Andrew, and 2 from St. Catherine. Meanwhile, there have been 10 more recoveries, pushing the tally to 119. Now, let me address this early, very surely in I dance. Saying blessings, Father Vernon Sr. Yeah, I don't understand why Cole is not seeing a full screen. You probably need to reset the device or close the stream and open it back on them something. Blessings, Miss June Reid. Saying blessings, ASB. Now say a word, you know. I'm glad to you appreciate the work, you know what I mean? Now, peeps, I remember a voice note that was in circulation not so long ago, where an empress was very vocal, very adamant and strident in her statements, suggesting that nobody on the vessel at the time had the coronavirus. Zane, that is what she said she was told, and that is what she believed. So, the protocol that was established by the government is that every 24 hours, 200 Jamaicans will be allowed to disembark, tested, and quarantined for 48 to 72 hours pending test results. The 10 new cases that were recorded in the last 24 hours, half of those are from the ship. And I don't think them test 400 people off of the ship yet. So it is quite interesting to see what will happen. Zane, and this again makes the home quarantine situation even a little bit more dangerous. And yes, I know that only the persons who return negative tests will be allowed to go home for home quarantine. But everybody by now know that you can test today and it shows negative, and you test tomorrow and it shows positive. Or you can do 2 tests today. One this morning show negative and one later show positive. You see me? So it is a slippery slope, I suppose, but it's what it is. I am happy that the Jamaicans are home. I have seen videos being posted on social media where the returnees, well, one lady, she was very, very elated, excited, happy with the conditions that met her at the Iberia Star Hotel. She would have done a video that was posted online, touring her hotel space and thing. And I've seen articles where returnees have lauded the efforts made by the authorities to receive them in terms of the processing and testing and transportation to the hotels and food and all of those things. So it is good that the issues that existed with the first batch of returnees has somewhat been addressed, and the conditions are more hospitable. The food has improved, entertainment would have been added, and things. So it is good that after being at sea for such a long time, seeing the trauma and the emotional and psychological beating that some persons would have received as a result, we are seeing where the authorities, despite the many challenges, are trying as best as possible to provide an environment where persons are at least comfortable in quarantine. And we have to give credit where credit is due. Zane, we'll talk about the issues and the challenges when they arise, so we can also talk about the improvements when they arise as well. You understand what I say? It is not a perfect situation. Some persons will still find reasons to complain, and that is natural. It is human. Zane, every situation may not be perfect or close to perfect, but what does, as I've said before, what does have to go all out, sacrifice where we have to sacrifice, and try and make the thing work. Zane. So that is the situation. Some more information by way of the ship situation. 400 ship workers tested for COVID-19. So the taking of COVID-19 samples by the Ministry of Health and Wellness from Jamaican ship workers who are in the island on Tuesday is to go on break tomorrow, which is Saturday. The ministry's public relations officer, Maxine Bisesa. Interesting. Maxine Bisesa and Jacqueline. What's the relation? I need to look into that. Told the Gleaner that the move is to allow for a time to process the hundreds of samples that have already been taken, noting that the exercise will resume on Sunday. 400 samples were taken over 2 days and sent for testing. When those results are returned and hopefully no positive, then rooms at the hotel will be available. The 1,044 Jamaican workers were repatriated aboard Royal Caribbean Adventures of the Seas cruise ship on Tuesday afternoon and remains docked at the Falmouth Cruise Ship Pier in Trelawney. Let me see if me disconnect that now. Oh crap! So me can't get that. Zane, auntie, and why am I not see my camera down here? So that is strange. Yeah. The first batch of workers disembarked from the vessel on Thursday. Now, speaking at a press conference on Monday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness explained that the Jamaicans will disembark in a group of 200 every 48 to 72 hours and taken to the Bahia Principe Hotel in St. Anne. And Holness said ship workers who test positive will go into state quarantine, while those who test negative will be allowed to quarantine at home for 14 days. And persons in home quarantine will have their location tracked and must do a video check-in multiple times a day, Holness said. Deneva Codner, good night, Empress. Really and truly appreciate the contribution and the continued support. The blessings. Hope you and the family are okay. Big up to all of the moderators. Big up to all of the people that we are forwarding. If you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're there every night, welcome. You understand? If you're there and not there for a long while, and you're there back, welcome back, and them something there. Big up on yourself. I appreciate the support. You know what I mean? Yes, I am. So now, peeps, I mean, the COVID-19 thing has been rife with controversy. Day in, day out. Seeing if I know one thing is something else. You understand? And the latest controversy, I mean, the biggest one probably so far is in relation to first time mom Jody and Ferran. We're seeing another situation in which a child, this time not the mother, a child, well, a pregnant woman lost her child, and that lady was a passenger on board the Adventures of the Sea that docked in Falmouth on Tuesday. From the press conference on Wednesday at the Ministry of Health office, where Dr. Christopher Tufton and the Permanent Secretary and the CMU questions were being asked by the media in relation to the situation. The health minister at the time said that based on patient confidentiality agreements, he was not in a position to divulge any details unless the woman gave written permission or she wanted to speak on her own. Yeah. Questions were also asked. Well, a question was asked in relation to the woman losing the child. At the time, the three persons were not able to provide any information. It has since emerged that the passenger had a miscarriage. Zane, and accusations have been flying around. And before I go any further, sorry guys, it's a very unfortunate situation. Zane, for some strange reason, I kind of like giving first tonight. It it's a very unfortunate situation. Zane, we don't want to hear say no life is lost in this in these challenging times, and especially when it concerns pregnancy, it becomes really and truly, I mean, difficult to accept. Yeah. There have been different stories from different people, but the long and short of the story is that the lady lost the child. Who's at fault? I cannot say. I am operating by the information that is available with the information that is available. And the government, for their part, Rhyme Nation, big up yourself, have sought to distance themselves from the miscarriage. And the Minister of Health has said that the government is not at fault for said miscarriage. It's a bit disconcerting. So Health and Wellness Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says the decision to cancel Medivac helicopter support for the mother of two who suffered a miscarriage while aboard Royal Caribbean Cruise Line's Adventure of the Seas was made by authorities on the vessel. Medivac provides air ambulance emergency service. Tufton made the revelation during a press briefing at the Falmouth port in Trelawney on Thursday, shortly after the first batch of Jamaica of 200 repatriated cruise ship workers were tested and transferred to the Bahia Principal Hotel. You know, there's a video from the minister and the visit there. I probably need to find it, so I can't find it still. See? Alright. So which one we there now? Yeah. There. Let me pick up this now. So Tufton made a revelation during a press briefing at the Falmouth port in Trelawney on Thursday, shortly after the first batch of 200 repatriated cruise ship workers were tested and transferred to the Bahia Principal Hotel in Senton, where they will await COVID-19 test results. So quoting the minister now, there were arrangements being put in place regarding Medivac. However, there was a suspension of that request by the vessel and a request for a hold until the vessel was docked in port, Tufton stated, adding that the report was that the woman's condition had stabilized. And we were of the belief that things would be, well, I mean, in relation to being stabilized. We complied with the change of request as a health authority. Her identity has been withheld, as you know, but I think she gave an interview with the Observer. I think I haven't seen it, I haven't read it, but me hear that. The health minister argued that when the ship docked on Tuesday afternoon, there was an ambulance, senior medical personnel, including the senior medical officer, waiting on site to receive the patient in order to transport her to hospital. The ship worker, originally from Westmoreland, told the Gleaner that she lost the baby after 10 weeks of pregnancy. I am not sure how I lost the baby. It could have been stress. I was on lockdown for so long, she said. Acknowledging that the miscarriage was an unfortunate incident, Tufton slammed talks that the government and the health authorities specifically were complicit in the resulting tragedy. I just want to say categorically, we dialogued and we followed through on the instructions that we were given based on the communication with the vessel, and we were ready to treat with the patient as soon as the vessel landed in Falmouth, he said. Tufton expressed sympathy for the patient, pledging that she would be given the best care that Jamaica's healthcare system could offer. The mother of two remains hospitalized and will be quarantined like the rest of her colleagues before being released to her family in Westmoreland. On Thursday, Tufton said it took a much shorter time than anticipated to process the 200 workers who were targeted. Their samples, he said, were en route to Kingston and the results are expected back in 2 days. Well, some of the results come back and 5 persons test positive. Zane, I saw a ship worker boasting about her room, also giving a tour of the hotel. It was good to see. Yeah, dear. So, me talk about that earlier. So, it's actually good to see somebody appreciating the efforts that have been made. Andrew Ramos, so yeah, the family, the efforts that have been made and the things put in place. It wasn't perfect to start with. Father Kurt German, man's brother, they have some challenges with the stream tonight, but they are going to press along, saints, press along. You understand? You know that song. You see? So that's good for 2 days, man. And it's good to see that persons, despite the challenges, you know what I mean, appreciate what has been made available. Yes, I am. So, peeps, as per usual, there are many persons on social media who they get these things, they hear these things, and without getting a full picture of the stories, they do stories. You understand? Sometimes curving and bending and coloring the truth, Zane, and then they sow certain types of seeds in the minds of their viewers and followers, and those seeds you can't dig them up again. It's an unfortunate situation. This time I cut my fingernail earlier, but I'm gonna get around to them. It's a very unfortunate environment in which we live, a space in which we operate. Zane, I will never ever, Zane, cover up anything related to mistreatment or disenfranchisement of Jamaicans by the government. But I am not one to just get a whiff of these things and just get up, go do video, and want to know the full story. I have always told you that I will sit down and wait a month to do a video and get 2 views than do the video today and get 200,000 views. When me know say me can't verify the information. You understand? Many of us have created jobs out of creating information and news that is not always correct. Many of us deliberately, willfully continue to feed our viewers with information that we know not right, Zane, but because we are collect from it, everything good. There is very few people with what I would call integrity in this space, Zane, and I not appreciate it. I not appreciate them, Zane. Every man choose their own destiny. I feel them like that. And if people never did watch it, them could not do it. But because there are persons out there who feed and feast on sensationalization and fakery and fiction, the audience is there, so people will feed the audience. See, it is very distasteful in my view. You understand? And some persons are not very blatant with it, but they know exactly what they're doing. You understand? And many of us will just lap it up and from X man say it and Y man say it a gospel. You feel what I'm upon? But everybody do them things still. Zine, I will always try as best as possible to ensure that the information that is shared is verifiable. Zine, we not protect nobody, because you know we not business with people. You understand? But the information, the quality of the information, the accuracy of the information is very important to me. See, I'm going to tell you already, if I upload a video and I know there's something wrong with it, 99.9% of the time I will delete the video. You understand? I not appreciate that, because I have a responsibility to my viewers, to my audience, to always provide them with clarity, quality, and the correct information. See? Some of us are behave like we're hungrier than anybody else. You understand? Any old thing we get, we just run go do a video. See? One of them things. And many persons, it's like a feelings thing them depend and a feelings them a carry instead of carrying the information. We carry info, brother. We don't carry feelings. You understand what I say? So we don't get emotionally attached to the stories. See, and there are some stories where it connect with you for various reasons. But at the end of the day, we carry info, we don't carry feelings. You understand? Yeah. And our videos them and I know the disadvantage to that, Zane, where in my videos, me just give you the info and you do what you want to do with it. Zane, the info as accurate as I know it is. Zane, versus me doing a video telling you how me, my grandmother, my great grandmother, my great grandfather feel about it. You understand? Many persons love that. You understand? And many persons, Zane, are into that. That drive them. They thrive on that. Especially people who have hidden agendas and sometimes visible agendas. Zane, I don't color my information. I give you the info and that is it. It is not about how me feel about the situation. During my live streams, I will break down a particular story and tell you how me feel. But in my videos, my opinion is not important. I don't want to be the star of my videos. The information ought to be the star of my video. You understand? And as a result, I know that I don't grow as fast as I could have grown or probably would grow if I was into sensationalization and creating things when things not really did it. You understand? And living on the edge of morality, and dignity. But it's what it is. I mean, everybody do them thing and everybody grow different. You understand? But just want to know so the work I mean put out there can stand up upon itself, feed itself and by itself. And as a result, I'm gonna do some videos because I just not have the information. You understand what I mean? So what me comfortable with. You see? Yeah, man. So yeah, peeps. I am really and truly disheartened, I should say, that the Empress has lost her child. I can imagine how challenging it must have been floating about some instances aimlessly at sea, for such a long time. She said she mentioned stress may have been a contributing factor. The government has said that the request was made. They accepted the request, but communication followed up to say that cancel the medevac and she is stable enough where she can stay until the ship was docked. I see I did some videos in the last few days which will live on and will trend years to come. You know, I think going for other days. I work, you know. As big a food, so we just have to look at her. Yeah, so that I say. And my videos, well, you have many videos that blow up immediately, but my videos tend to gradually generate momentum and generate income far down the road versus some other videos where earn a food for a week or two and just low after. You know what I think about it? It's what it is, yes. You know what you want and you do what you want. Teach Kelly love your medley. I wanna say a word in a father Michael. What Kelly need for do is line up an interview. Speaking about Kelly, you know, I have Bobby Digital's name written down on my list of persons who I wish to interview. And the news broke this morning that he passed yesterday. Saying condolences to the family, friends, associates, loved ones of Bobby Dixon, the great Bobby Digital. Zane. It's sad. You know, one more the legend just drop out like that. Zane. Feel like I need more sneeze. Sorry, peeps. Right, but it have to do that just though. But nose up itch. See, like, man, do a little sneezing thing. Yeah, so the great Bobby was ailing with kidney-related problems for a while. He would have gone to the hospital for his weekly dialysis. I think he wasn't feeling well and he was admitted and apparently he died. You see? Yeah, man. One more the greats that. I did a video today. I mean, it's what it is, but I wish I had the opportunity to interview him. The reality is that many of these legendary producers are not into the spotlight and the highlights, and they don't really readily grant the opportunity for interviews. Dave Kelly, Tony Kelly, prime examples. Seeing, so it's one of them things. What good for the digital? You see, with the COVID dilemma situation, many persons have had many different type of experiences. Seeing, and price gouging has been one. Seeing many other things. We've seen a situation now, sorry guys, where COVID-19 relief dilemma, and it is suggesting that in some cases expired goods is being offered. In some cases, that is really sad. Entities which have been donating items as part of the island-wide coronavirus relief efforts are being encouraged to carry out greater levels of assessment of the products that are being handed out to ensure that they are of the appropriate quality. The calls have come from various quarters because a number of entities and organizations have been accused of donating products that have long passed their expiration dates. A development that has threatened to cast a shadow on what should be random acts of kindness that should be celebrated. One organization that has fallen victim to this inadequate oversight by some donor entities in Jamaica is the Jamaica Constabulary Force, which consists of mainly frontline workers. Policemen and women have been working tirelessly to ensure that law and order generally is maintained throughout the country and safety guidelines are adhered to during the worldwide period of intense health concerns. But a check has found that since the COVID-19 outbreak, some organizations and entities have reached out to the JCF to donate various items which have presented serious concerns in the process. This article has a number of typographical errors in it. Now, checks have found that while many of the donations have been of high quality, there are others that have been below par with outdated shelf life. In fact, checks have revealed that among a number of perishable items donated, some have had to be disposed of within less than a day after they were handed out by JCF members. Sources who spoke on the matter said a decision was subsequently made not to carry the photos of some of the branded items in a bid to not divulge or to devalue any products. Instead, the force wants to use the development to advise entities who wish to donate that greater assessment should be carried out on products before they are handed out to any organization. Very unfortunate. I don't know that this is deliberate. I would hope that my Jamaicans would not stoop to such lows. Zane. And if it is something that would have happened inadvertently, I hope that greater checks and balances will be employed to ensure that the contributions that are being made are fulsome and wholesome. You understand? And we're not just dump outdated, expired goods on Jamaicans. Yeah? Coming off like we are good corporate citizens. I would really and truly hope that that is not the case. Mic check one. Audio check one. Testing one. Zane? Let me switch back to me. And see, because me some whole heap of self-nice man this. Mic check one. I'm still hear myself here. So. Audio check one. When I hear my peeps? Yeah, man. All right. Make sure when I hear everything good. No, I would have spoken at length as it relates to the quandary that we have found ourselves in relation to CXC examinations. And think, hold on the piece. I'm going to share this one more time. Yeah, the quandary that we have found ourselves in, I suppose, the quagmire really in some instances, in relation to Jamaican students, some 74,000 Jamaican students being made aware that they will have to sit the CXC exams come July, starting the 27th, which is an extension granted by CXC. The Jamaica Teachers Association, through its president, Rudolph Speed, has expressed concerns. Other groups have expressed concerns, Zane, and some persons are still of the view that it is too early for physical classroom settings to occur. Some persons are of the view that the students, some of them would have suffered a lot since the closure of schools, as they are at a disadvantage because they were not able to participate in virtual learning sessions, teaching sessions, and a myriad of complaints. The regional teachers body, so you have the Jamaica Teachers Association, but you have a body that governs teaching bodies across the Caribbean. So the regional teachers body is against the July CXC exams. Yeah, so the Caribbean Union of Teachers, CUT, cut. I guess cut is cut up about it. Well, I couldn't resist. Says it is deeply concerned at the decision taken by the Caribbean community, CARICOM, Council for Human and Social Development, COSAD, on education earlier this month, that regional students will sit the Caribbean Examination Council administered exams in July. The COSAD meeting, which was held virtually and chaired by Antigua and Barbuda Education Minister Michael Brown, said that the Barbados-based CXC would be setting exams for students in the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CSEC and the Caribbean Advanced Proficiency Examination CAPE. In a statement, the Caribbean Union of Teachers said it was calling for Caribbean governments to be mindful not to rush the process for the reopening of schools to facilitate the writing of CXC examinations, unless they have instituted all measures outlined by the reopening of school protocol. It said that it believed the unfortunate decision taken by COSAD places the lives of thousands of students and teachers at risk, as all the issues surrounding the administering of the examinations have not been addressed. Zane? Yeah, peeps. Shall we there now? The union said it had written to CSEC registrar in April indicating that its members were vehemently opposed to the administration of the CSEC examination anytime before September 2020. The letter outlined several reasons, including health and safety issues, the need for greater engagement on the format of the examinations, as well as the validity issues associated with the proposed format of the examination. The union also pointed to the technological capacity and infrastructural limitations of many of the educational institutions throughout the region. We are not confident that the governments of the region have demonstrated the level of preparedness for the planned reopening of schools in order to create a safe environment for students and teachers to effectively operate. We are aware that there are governments in the region which have reopened schools, and some will in short order. We consider such a move to be reckless unless the requisite health provisions have been made, the union said, adding, We must understand that teaching and learning must take place in an environment that is conducive for such activities. It said that the health and well-being of students and teachers must take precedence over all other considerations at this time. Undoubtedly, COVID-19 has dramatically impacted our local, regional, and international psyche, as well as our accustomed ways of business transactions. Importantly, the education sector has not been spared from the impact, and all stakeholders are being encouraged to agree on mitigation measures that are proportionate, coherent, and inclusive. Like, I don't know, I'm not see my screen properly. See? Yeah. Yeah, stay alive, family, but somewhere else. I can't bother with your foolishness. So that is the situation. As I said on Wednesday night, I am expected to return to work on the 1st of June. Some schools probably a little bit before, some schools probably a little bit after. But the reality is that, as I explained, it is not an ideal situation. It is not something that I am excited and ecstatic about. However, I understand the challenges that some of the students would have been facing over the past couple of weeks. I understand the need for quality engagement with the students in preparation for final exams, and it is something that we need to do, but we have to find some balance in how we go about doing it and protecting ourselves. Yeah, it is going to be challenging. It will pose challenges, and hopefully all students and teachers come out healthy. Yeah, but it's rough. Michael me, so why the rush from the CXC body? I couldn't tell you the brother. You see, everything in this life is politics, and you understand? There's no institution locally, regionally, or internationally that is free from the clutches and claws of political meddling and interference. And as such, sometimes agencies and entities do things to appease people in high and low places. So I don't know. I couldn't tell you. CXC on their part has not really released a statement or spoken publicly as to why a decision was made and why they remain so strident and adamant that the exams ought to be administered in July. I don't know. Speaking about exam concerns and the reopening of school, and schools will be reopened only for 5th and 6th form students. So 1st to 4th formers will have to remain home, and then the work from home order will expire soon, and when it does, some of the parents will have to go back to work. Many parents would have been laid off. Some parents would have lost their jobs. So are other countries doing some countries, I think, probably a start before the 27th in a family. I think the 27th was out of courtesy to Jamaica. I'm not entirely sure, because 6 he would have released a timetable before where the exam was slated to start long before the 27th. So I am not entirely sure what is the situation of the 27th is regional or it is Jamaica. So I don't know. But we know we start on the 27th. Don't think this is going to be a good look on the results. It took a rough, Michael. There's no 2 years about it. Hopefully the engagement time between now and when the exam begins on the 27th of July will be meaningful, and ground will be able, teachers will be able to cover grounds. For me per se, I will not be teaching in terms of anything new. I will finish up the SBAs as best as we can, and then it is just exam practice. As a matter of fact, I would have gotten a copy of all the exam papers that I have in my archive, paper ones, that is, Zine, and I would have gotten them print with the intention of answering every single question and every single paper, then get the papers them copied so each child can get a copy of each paper, Zine, and that was in the event that school was not going to be open. I mean, I have classes with my students online, Zine, that has its challenges as the class is many times the full complement is not there, or even close sometimes. I had a class yesterday with 3 students, Zine, 4. Sometimes there are 8, 10, 12, 14, sometimes there are 4. It's just the reality. You understand? So, as educators, we'll have to be creative. You understand? We'll have to find a way to get the youths them ready. Zine, they're not doing 2 papers as per usual. They're only doing paper 1, and that will be used along with the SBAs. So, let's see. You see me? It's a challenge for everybody. So we just have to find a way as educators for make it work and to get our students motivated and in tip-top shape. No, as I was saying earlier, the situation is that students will have to start going back to school soon. Parents will have to start going back to work soon. Some parents don't have no work to go back to. So they're I think students will get cold feet. Now, it depends on them teachers, man. You have teachers who can get na them brain, man. You understand? Yeah, man. Over your head. So I guess some youths will do that. I gotta do that for true still, but the parents and the teachers have a role to play in psyching the youths and, you know what I mean, motivating them and giving them some self-belief and them things. You see? Yeah, man. Oh, I'm not even change that too, so I guess that is part of the problem with myself. Who will mind my kids? Parents mulling back to work order and ponder daycare dilemma. Paper 1 doesn't allow a child to expound on their thoughts. A good multiple choice exam is tough. In geography, Sir Kev, the paper 1 is always more challenging than the paper 2. Because with paper 1, is either you're right or you're wrong, brother. While with paper 2, different questions have different weighting, and the child may be able to get 1 mark there, 2 marks there, 3 there, and it all adds up. Well, with the paper 1 is either you're right or you're wrong. There's no going back. You understand? So, but well, I have a strategy. I don't know about other people, but I have a strategy that I think is workable. So we'll see how it goes. But it is what it is. You understand? Teachers are everything, Jaro. Yeah, everything. Everything. Yeah, man. They just motivate us. Everything, brother. Parents and guardians preparing to return to work sites as COVID-19 restrictions ease next month are now mulling over another quandary: whether to risk sending their children to daycare. Others who have lost jobs or suffered steep pay cuts can't even afford it. Prime Minister Andrew Holness's declaration on Monday that a work-from-home order will be lifted on the 1st of June is expected to fire up a sluggish economy that has shed hundreds of thousands of jobs, and which is forecast to contract by more than 5% this fiscal year. While some companies will continue teleworking arrangements, the announcement serves as the green light for employees to request that staff return to work sites. But as daycare facilities look to gradually scale up operations, parents who require childcare services are weighing the risks of sending their children outside the safety of the home to be cared for by others. That is a very valid concern. Yeah? Najee Stewart, father of a 1-year-old daughter, is scheduled to return to work on June the 2nd. His wife may also be back at work. Well, be back at her workspace as well. My daughter has been going to the daycare since she was 4 months old, but now I don't even want to send her back. She will be mingling with other children, and we won't know who is a carrier of the virus. As a parent, I am very concerned, the father said, extremely concerned, brother. Stewart explained that even if daycare enrollment is reduced, the possibility of his child becoming infected still exists. More than 60 children, the youngest being 2 months old, have contracted the new coronavirus. A 4-year-old child is among the 9 Jamaicans who have died. For Alexia Jones, daycare is not an option for her 14-month-old child. Like Stewart, she too fears her son will become ill. I have been working, and the most I have stopped from work since the pandemic is 2 weeks, the mother said. Her plan is to continue asking family members to tend to her son while she is away at work. You understand? So the thing kind of set away. So meanwhile, the United States-based Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, has released a 60-page document providing guidelines for establishments looking to reopen. The report also outlines a 3-phase approach that childcare facilities, schools, restaurants, and other establishments are required to meet in order to move from one mitigation phase to another. One of the key guidelines given for minimizing the risk of spread in the report is keeping classes together to include the same group of children every day and consider keeping the same childcare providers with the same group each day, the CDC report says. Scores of local daycares have been shuttered, while others have remained open, offering creative distance learning. 40 students were registered at Little Busy Bee Nursery in March before the closure of schools island-wide in a bid to contain the spread of the virus. Assistant manager Ezette Johnson said that she has so far received requests from 7 parents. Next week, we will be going into sanitize, and we are planning to move some storage items out of room so we can have more space, Johnson said. So manager of It Takes a Village Nursery and Preschool, Mark Marshall, explained that he has only received requests for the upcoming school term in September. Until we get a directive from the Early Childhood Commission, we won't be doing anything for June 1, Marshall said. Yeah, the JA, big up yourself and your family. You know what thing, you know. You see it. Good night, Kerry. It's good to see you. Like work off your way. The challenges, the struggles are real, peeps. Parents will have to start going back to work. If my daughter was in Jamaica, I can tell you, so she never did have gone to daycare. Well, she's older than daycare age now. But if she was that age, she wouldn't be going to no daycare. It is a real risk. You understand what I say? It is a real risk. You feel me? Because you don't know who is a carrier of said virus. See, now you may send your child out very healthy and your child come back home with coronavirus. And then by the time you pick it up, the whole house have it. And then by the time you know said the whole house have it, the whole of your workplace have it. And then all of your colleagues them house have it. And then one next whole parish have it. Struggle is real. Made that hurt me. Speaking about headache, you see? That one named JPS. Yes, Jamaican people stress. You see JPS, you know? You see them? Them is a different breed. But come and poor people, them decide for breed. You understand? Because them a walk with all type of seed. You see me? A lot of them I grew a tree when named Great. Then I don't even know. Last month, my light bill was 19,000 mash. See, let me say alright, me the woman, You know, I'm in a studio most of the day and AC I run. I stream probably the most ever in a 1 month period last month. So 1,000,000 lights on, computers on, 1,000,000 different things. You understand? We go in our fridge from time to time, look at TV, watch every now and then, and sometimes a lot when the missus is home. Zine, so me I say alright, fine. Zine, then we hear from the show say I'll for the first time in our history fall below $1. But we hear say Petrojam still have a markup of $41 per each barrel of oil where JPS have to buy from them to generate electricity. And then we hear JPS say light bill are going to raise again by 1,000,000% this month. So, I received my light bill for about a week now, but I didn't look on it. I told them I paid, so I look on it before I paid. And when I looked, I remember I paid 19,000 much last month. I don't even want to tell a lie on JPS. Next thing they say me I tell lie on them after they check their system and say, you know, so that big head boy I tell people lie on we. Alright. So this was the bill for last month. Let me tell you what they on it. No, I never paid 19,000 last month. I lie me I tell. Zine. So for April, a bill that was due on the 30th of April, Zine, that was billed on the 15th of April was $20,664.40. Yeah, man, it's an inverter AC, me and brother. Zine. Washing machine and inverter, washing machine to and them something. So I mean, I really wash regular like that, cause you understand? Once a week the most. Zine? Alright. So last month's bill was $20,664.40. We paid. Alright. The bill that I got for this month, Zine, was $21,828.69. So that is almost a $2,000 increase on the bill. See? When I would have taken decisive and concerted efforts or made concerted efforts to cut back on my electricity consumption, then every single night before I go to bed, the entire studio closed down, then because I have all my things set up, I can have some things from my phone, one click, and my entire desk and light situation locked down, AC lock off, everything locked down. Zine, lights are at a minimum, use only when you need them, and them something. Zine, me if you really watch TV. Jen said me live in a mansion. You see me? As me say, I don't know. We have a normal size fridge, not the big old 2-door monster there, but a regular fridge in a regular people house. You understand? 2 TV, I guess its size maybe a little bit bigger than regular TV, but 2 of them, Zine, 1 fan plus a studio, Zine, with stove kind of plug in still, but I know it's not. It's a gas burner stove, but you have electronic components, Zine, as well. But and microwave and regular necessities them when you blend on them the way people have there, because we work hard so we can have nice things too. But I can't fathom how after making such an effort to cut back, my light bill come about it's not a it's 100 grand, it's 100-inch TV. No, brother, not yet. One of them days. Yeah, that's it. I think the TV in the living room was about 55-inch. And the one in the bedroom, I think about 42 inches. Yeah? So, I don't know, great TV, man. Don't calm down. But what I say, me not really watch TV like that. You understand what I say? Inverter, microwave. Brother, every appliance I have, we can come as inverter, brother. Yeah, so that one decision I make when I purchase things. So now, I am certain, and I still give thanks, and the reason why, teach where you live, I want to quarantine. Oh Lord. See, you go on though. And with the TVs, even though they're smart TVs, you have internet boxes, as people would call them. See, I think I have an Nvidia Shield and one of them, and the one in the living room, and the Show Me box in the two premium TV boxes we used. Yes, and thing like, yeah, well, the Apple one is premium. I mean, I use that still, but we have things plug in. Yes, and we have the whole router and modem and phone, and so we have something. But me I say, there is no way upon the face of the earth, and this is my thing, that I would have used $21,828.69 of electricity last month. You understand what I say? I did not use that. And normally with my light bills, them normally, since I add more things to the studio, generally in the region of 15 to 17 grand, give or take. They say Nvidia Shield, I know good things. You know what thing good at this? Are the best TV box out of the world, hands down. Yes, and but alright, we don't need to get into that right now. And then in my opinion, the Show Me box is the second best in the world, in my opinion. I guess the Apple TV is good as well, but I don't really use that. But normally, my thing is that, okay, I spend a lot of time in the studio. The AC is almost always on. See, I have two big old monitors in front of me. I have a laptop that is permanently plugged in. My cameras, all cameras in the studio are run off a dummy battery, so them always plugged in. See, I have a million lights. You understand? And we charge a million things. So we normally say, alright, with the studio, I work. Zine. Yesterday, find out say YouTube pay me. I work, and the electricity. Yeah, I saw that article, but I never read it yet, Kerry. So I know that, but apparently there's an increase. So even if the OUR said no, the increase would have been levied on my bill already. So normally now, me say, alright, I work, and me use electricity to make money. So I pay my bill. See? And thing. Yes, you don't need to tell me if you look into solar, but I have been looking into solar. There is one stumbling block with the solar as it relates to the situation now, which is not my permanent place of residence. See? So I kind of hold off on the solar thing until me really and truly plant in my own house. See? So that is the thing we are all about the solar investment. But brother, I envy Sai and Gio me teach you, brother. Yeah, that's what I say. So you know what thing go. Teach on like a factory I run. Brother, I don't know, but I have been taking steps to reduce my electricity bill, and it has worked in the past, but for some strange reason, it not really work right now. So as I said, the bill that I paid this morning, I paid I think $22,000. Because we don't normally pay the exact amount per bill either. And even so, that too, because the bill last month, me overpay upon the bill. That's the next thing. Hold on there. Hold on. So for the bill last month, it was $20,664.40. Zane? I would have overpaid on that. So it means it did take off some money off of, I'm open the bill. It did take off some money off of the bill this month. But it come like them just double up that. You understand? Let me see. So let me see how much them take off for the one of this month. Because I come for cost JPS and we don't say cost everything. No, hold on. See? Oh, so me pay $250 extra last month. You understand? No, that was early payment thing. Let me tell you how much extra I pay last month. Hold on, I don't want to tell a lie upon them, you know. Zane? I don't remember. I not even show up on this. Which part me look upon feet again? Oh, yes. $335 I pay extra last month. So even with my $335 extra, Zine plus $250 for early payment. Because the first bill me pay every month is my light bill. That was because I need light. You understand? And then my internet bill. Them two things that I need them. You understand? With water now, me bathe every other day. But me need light and internet for run my channel. So me normally get rid of them bill they quick and fast. And thing. And this morning I paid $22,000 for my light bill. No. But normally when you overpay in a carrier, you normally get back your money. Then normally subtract it off for the next bill still. So me now I issue with all of my bills that I tend to do that with still. You understand? Now me give thanks to be in a position where I can do that. You understand? Zine. I suppose what about David, I mean I say man with the water thing, yeah, my drinking water different from water that come in a pipe, you know. So me normally a drinking water, but here we go on. With the water thing, me bathe every other day or something. The water not that crucial, man. You understand? Me don't need water for run my channel. My channel run for water. Me a joke out the thing, but for that serious and every other. Here we go on. Zine. JPS. Them claim say because of the devaluation of the Jamaican dollar, Zine, them have to hike electricity. But this is my thing. There have been many times when the dollar has strengthened versus the US dollar. Zine. And me never hear JPS said next month we are going to reduce the light bill because the dollar has revalued. You understand what I say? I understand too, say JPS have to buy them gas, them oil from Petrojam, and Petrojam have this $41 nonsense for the oil from the devil was a boy and thing. But oil price has been stable for a long, long time till it go below $1 what year. See it? And we hear say that not going to reflect because the oil what them are used to generate electricity now need purchase it already and them something. So me want to know when JPS are going to use the oil where cost less than $1 for generate electricity. Carry the $250 is just when you pay before the due date, man, then take off that half a bill. You understand? So that's what I think there. See? And them something there. JPS customers will see an increase in light bill. JPS customers are seeing an increase in light. Here we go on now. The Jamaica Public Service customers will see an average increase of about 7.43% on electricity bills they receive this month. About 70.43 means Zine primarily because of the devaluation in the Jamaican dollar against its US counterpart, the utility company has said. Herein lies my first problem. But never hear JPS come say because the dollar has revalued against the US counterpart, Zine, and has remained stable for X period of time, your next month's light bill will be reduced. Me never hear that. If anybody ever hear that, tell me, point me to the article, send them, come give me. More than love to read them. See? This means that the average customer who consistently uses 165 kilowatt hours per month will pay about $483 more on their bills this month. Right. Customers whose energy usage increase will see a greater increase in their bill. But for me, I am absolutely sure that my energy consumption this month was far less than last month. In April, my stream really almost 3 times a week every week. 3-4 times a week. You understand? Me in the studio every day. Zine. This month I've taken, there are days when if I come in the studio, I just come look on a few things and left. Or the computer probably not turn on. You understand what I say? Zine. And as I say, my studio set up, this desk, one switch and a lock off. The desk back there, so one switch, everything locked down. The charging station over there, so one switch, everything locked down. You understand what I say? So my light bill was consistently between $5,000 to $7,000. Seeing, well, $3,000 to $5,000 before I started YouTube. When I started YouTube, we moved from about 5 to 7 after a while, and as more and more equipment was added to the studio, and it moved from 7 to 10. Then we add other equipment in the house and stuff. Then it moved to 12. Then it moved to this. Then it moved no JPS. Me $22,000 a month. Me I pay for light bill. Light me a run bar, or me a sell ice, or meat, or me have car wash. Yeah, yes, I'm also water you pay for, but you use electricity too. Yeah, huh? Me no. Listen to this now. In a statement posted to its website, JPS noted that the billing exchange rate on bills this month is Jamaica $142.95 to $1 compared to the $135.39 for US dollars on the bills in April. But me I say, but then I'm not cheaper this month than last month. Me not understand. This is a direct result of the fall in the value of the Jamaican dollar in the past month, JPS said, and that most of the material needed for electricity generation and distribution is bought with US dollars. So any movement in the value of the Jamaican dollar has an impact on the cost of electricity. And again, here's my problem. When the dollar revalues, there is no depreciation in your bill from JPS. So JPS thing only work in a one direction. No matter what season or what reason it continue to go up. You never hear JPS come out and say customers will pay a smaller light bill this month because oil prices would have remained stable for X time. The value of the dollar would have been steady or stable enough for X time. Yo, then for go away, man. You understand what I say? And one of the next thing too. One of the next thing is that me and you appear for light me and you no use. Because some of the people them, I mean I really want to call no community name still, but people in some areas, low income areas, middle income areas, and high income areas are thief light. And I want to tell you say, we know saying at the ghetto, you see whole heap of wire upon light post, but in a uptown, zine, them thief them light neatly. So don't feel say, can you see now why you throw up a Narbrook and them are using most electricity because of them have the biggest appliances, them we are dry electricity, and me and you pay for that, so that's the next part of the problem to you know. So when people thief light the JPS are generate, you feel say that that's a gossip. Me and you, we have pay a light bill have to pay for. But I resolve that this big-head boy shall stop pay JPS light bill in very short order. Even though my situation is not where I want it to be, me I go solar. Because I have this dream thing, you know. I always have this little dream in my head to say, in the event that there is a major disaster in Jamaica, say a hurricane, I want to be one of the few channels that is still able to operate. So that means me have an energy source and me have an internet source. See, and I have always mulled that thought in my head. See, and I'm going to take steps to ensure say that, man. So if I have to buy one panel per month, I'm going to start by one panel per month until me have enough panel where I can run at least my studio. You understand? Zane, me see them post one tweet. Well, I think somebody observer post one tweet and me tweet and tell them, say, man, no worry on yourself, man. One of them time. As a matter of fact, me a plan for go learn how to install the panel them myself. So right now is a next occupation that me go have under my belt, you know. One next skill. You see me? JPS out to kill people and a man like me will live on current day and day. And the next thing, we shall me live almost every day current going. If me never have surge protectors right now all me mash up. You understand what I say? If me never did got surge protector, all me mash up. Because I was staying at the studio some of the time, the UPS. A UPS in here, yeah. Uninterruptible power. So, yeah. A million times for all 1 5 seconds, you hit a click, click, click. So that means there's something wrong, some surge or something in a thing. You know how much people think JPS mash up and then I get dollar. Yeah? At the time, the JPS rates were set by the Office of the Utilities Regulation. The base exchange rate used was $128 Jamaican to $1 US, which was based on the exchange rate at the time. However, whenever the value of the dollar changes, it becomes necessary for the rate applied to bills to be adjusted using what is called the foreign exchange or FX adjustment mechanism to reflect the most recent FX rates from the Bank of Jamaica, JPS said. This is an approved and audited process. Furthermore, the fuel and IPP charge on bills have moved from $21.07 per kilowatt hour to $24.02 for each kilowatt hour used. This is due to the higher fuel and independent power producer costs incurred in the past month, which also impacted by the movement of the value of the dollar. I want to ask that. The utility company also noted that despite reports about the fall in the price of oil on the world market, the decrease is not reflected in the price that Petrojam charges JPS and the independent power producers for the oil used by the electricity generation. The government need to look into that crap. It is absolutely criminal for the government of Jamaica to allow petro scam of all places that have fleeced and robbed and thief taxpayers' money for donkey years to levy a $41 US value on each barrel of oil it sells. That is absolutely criminal. And that is a part of the thing that is crippling the productive sector in the country. It is too expensive for certain people to start to manufacture things because of the cost of energy. So by the time you pay your electricity bill, you don't have no money to pay your staff. So many small businesses collapse. Because some of them political guys here and them big friends own some big companies and them have big money to spend, it is favorable to them. And then some of them big guys here, a thief light set speed, while poor people are breed. You understand what I say? You see, you cannot lead me away. I don't know hold on there. And it's not lipstick, it's lip balm. You see it? I don't know what the nothing. You see me? They don't know phone lip a bun, no. Like how JPS at my pocket a bun. You understand what I say? So, boy, I don't know, brother. That is why we are struggle so much as a country, you know. That is why we keep on after import everything. Because a man who want to start one little agro-processing business and one little processing plant around the same can't do it because the energy cost alone will kill him. You see me there, pan? The energy cost alone will kill him. The company also noted that over the past 6 months, there have been a significant change in the proportion of oil used in the generation of electricity compared to the use of LNG. Of the total electricity generated by oil and gas, approximately 69%, it must be that number, was due to oil in October 2019, compared to 28% in April 2020. This means that most of the fuel charge reflected on consumers' bills is for LNG, which the company buys from New Fortress Energy, NFE. So So LNG is more expensive than oil. That's the next thing. See, look here. I have lived in Jamaica long enough, you know, say, sun hot enough for you to generate your own electricity. See, as a matter of fact, you can generate enough electricity and sell the rest to JPS. So instead of them, you are owe them are owe you. You understand? Teach them when you have to put on lipstick. Yes, scary. Lipstick me I put on. You understand? You don't like a shade. So peeps, I did a video the other day, but me have to talk about it. It's a serious little thing. Jamaica has almost 390 criminal gangs operating on the island. And immediately some people start to say, oh, fake news, it's a fake information and the numbers not right. I suppose the definition where you use a gang may not be the definition where the authorities use a gang. And what you may call a gang is not a gang technically. So I don't know. As I say, I work with the information that is provided. If I feel that something wrong with the information, I question it and I do my own research. See? And thing. Jamaica had at least 389 criminal gangs, a slight increase over the 381 recorded for 2018. So the reality is that as much as the Ministry of National Security said that they have crippled and destabilized and disrupted and dismantled countless gangs in the country, the number of gangs are still increasing. That is the fundamental issue here. Based on information again from the JCF, it has been suggested 1,000,000 times that majority of the murders committed in Jamaica are gang related. The Minister of National Security has on many occasions declared victory against gangs in Jamaica. And them categorize gangs in 3 categories: first generation, second generation, and third generation. The first generation gang, them are the one them when are well organized and them kind of chaotic and haphazard. While the second generation gangs are more organized, they are more centralized, there's more structure. And the third generation gang, them want to transcend regional and international boundaries, like the shower posse of old are present. No. But that would be considered a third generation gang. It don't really matter what kind of generation a gang is a gang. See, and these gangs are, them say of all the gangs, of all the 389 gangs, 250 of them, or 64%, are deemed active. 250 active gangs is a lot of gang that, you know. See, let me work. What you do with the youth? Everything good? You see me? So, these gangs that are well financed by gang members overseas who send remittance money and guns and bullets, some of these gangs are being financed through the drug trade, some through extortion, some through scamming, because that is still a thing. You have different type of scamming. So many of these gangs have the financial power to acquire the firepower to make black rain fall every hour. Then, me no artist too. You understand? So this is of grave concern. You see me? This is of grave concern. We need to rid the country of as many gangs as possible. We can't have a country as small as Jamaica with 250 active gangs. See? And I suppose a part of the survival of these gangs is that in many communities in which they operate, or the geographical spaces in which they operate, is many of the residents and citizens in these areas are complicit with these gangs. In some instances, many of the residents are fearful of these gangs so that they don't readily share information with the police. See, where is Sir Belvedere? A long time I don't see me in Apple. Sorry that. As I said that to them for true, you know, but I don't think I have a direct link with him now, you know. You understand? That's why I always encourage people to fall into the channel WhatsApp group, you know, because here thing with the WhatsApp group, you know, I have contact to people. So it means if something go on, I need to reach out to somebody, I can find them. That's one of the benefits of that. And even if you're not there in the group, is in the channel of a WhatsApp. So, you know what I mean? Just, I can't have 160,000 contacts for sure on my phone. But at the end of the day, sometimes some people, you know, hear from them. Some people just left a channel to you, know, brother. That's the next thing. Some people are work commitments, some are school commitments, some are family, some are sickness. I'm always like, at least to know if a illness, so we can at least, you know what I mean, reach out from time to time and leave an encouraging word and show some strength and them something there. But not always get to do it, but them things, you know what thing go. You see? I hope Sir Belford are good, but in some instances, some people just leave the channel because here we go. Some people will ask us sometime, I really and truly, I really watch Jamaican YouTube channels for various reasons. Some of them just not appeal to me based on the type of work with them know. Some of them, for them, morals and minds don't rest the same place. But many times, you see people who you don't see on the channel anymore are comment on other channels. So sometimes them just leave for various reasons, brother. Then you understand what I say? So you can't stop that. You can never stop that. People come and people go. I have learned that. You understand? So I don't really take nothing personal upon the YouTube streets. I appreciate the ones them when them there. Some people will stay. Some people will cut. Some people will cut and forward back. Some people will cut forever. Sometimes you say one thing where them not agree with. Sometimes I don't even do it, brother. Sometimes you not trim your hair and then left. I don't know. So right now people could have left because me not trim. I don't know. But more of Sir Belford, and this is not specifically at Sir Belford, it's just a general overview of another observation that I have made. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. Different type of scams, all romance scam. Talking about the romance scam, then okay. I wonder if he's a victim. So the gang thing, and as I say, I have always maintained this viewpoint that the security forces in this country is not as bad as many people say or think. Many things are lacking. You understand? Many corrupt officers are still in the force. But believe me when I tell you that you have very professional police officers here, wonderful investigators are here. The technological capability of the JCF is not on par with many countries around the world, but it is better than others. You understand what I say? So a lot of things need to improve, but the JCF need to find more creative ways of getting rid of these gangs and gang leaders. Operation Kingfish should have done wonders in breaking the backs of many gangs, as Operation Kingfish should have been responsible for the apprehension and charge and subsequent prosecution of some of the biggest names in the crime world in Jamaica. You understand? Operation Kingfish was dismantled for whatever reasons. You understand? And I suppose the new thrust is to move away from specialized squads. I think every police force needs squads. I mean, promote or support extrajudicial killings, but we need a few hard boots in the JCF because we have many mindless, heartless, thoughtless criminals out the streets. You understand? And community policing is not for everybody. You need hard policing in some instances. You understand? We have to break the back of this gang situation. Many innocent people die at the hands of these gangsters. I fight for turf, I fight for all sorts of things. I fight for nothing. You see? And in order to sustain them criminal network, many persons are targeted and robbed and killed in these exchanges. You see what I'm saying? So it rough still. But I have seen improvements in certain aspects of the JCF. You understand? Far from perfect. seeing? But we hope that programs and policies are being put in place to try and eradicate some more of these gangs. You understand? Yeah, man. 250 active gang. Pan Jamaica land we love. Then that's serious business, that family. You see me I say? And the mothers and girlfriends and sisters and aunties and baby mothers, we are protect and shield and hide them criminally. You see? There's a special place down a Dovecat for someone too. We're on the head. You understand? No, we're on the head, man. You know much mother have to band them belly and ball because on a man, on a brother and baby father and husband. And then when police burn them skin, you hear say them did innocent and them get killed in a cold blood and them never hurt a fly and them a quiet guy. And road block and tire burn and police car mash up. Tell you, you know. We don't trust people. Yeah, sir. We don't trust them. Yeah, man. I know extra class. It did late tonight, but you normally keep the time they want to sit on the screen. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, and peace. I feel like I can share a thing. Because someone want to go and like say, sure, me charge, you know. When you know, like, you know, pay money for like and share history. Then you know who know that, you know. You understand? I don't know what upon now. Oh yeah, I watch extra class. Yeah, that. But I go and test 2 things and see how them look. See, and in the meantime, on the need for go follow me upon Facebook if you're not upon Facebook. That's the next thing. Like, I beg you to follow me. Like, I don't care to go nowhere. I just say to follow a page them. You understand? And if you have Instagram, you need to follow me over there. I normally follow back people, you know. Many people me follow. You understand? Me is not one of them who go like me hype and me on Instagram. If you follow me, me follow you. You understand? And next thing, you see, if you have a private page and expect me to just know say you, then me can't go follow you back neither. You understand me? I say teach them. JA positive mystery. Then it's true that, you know, but then me I work for them. You know, and next thing you know, follow me over Twitter too. Me tweet me view sometimes. You know, can come across over this. If you don't have it. You understand? Yeah, man. I'm over yourself on YouTube now. If you don't subscribe already, I don't want to have it, pan. So believe I better ask you still. But I want to see since they don't mess up. You understand? Yeah, man. And then we have to big up Jamaica. The nice little color. Yeah, I like all this. It's a nice little vibes. You understand? Jamaica kind of shield me like. Yeah, alright. Pan that gun here back come here. Zine? Like, me see the story, but it was like 3 lines. And me couldn't bother sit down and talk 10, 12 minutes about one gun. Me couldn't bother with that. You understand what I say? Auntie. See, yeah, man, me say, if you're there on Twitter, if you're not there on it, you don't need to go build an account. But if you're there on it, they just link me cross. You understand? Me not pressure you. You understand? If you're there on Facebook, then you follow the teacher follow you back. Instagram likewise. Twitter said speed. It not cost you, it not cost me. You understand? Everybody good. You see? Alright. High-powered rifle seized in downtown Kingston during police raid. Seeing it's a AK-47, I don't know what's special about the gun still, but I'm glad them find it. The Darling Street Police seized an AK-47 rifle during an operation on Matthews Lane in Kingston. One next lane. You understand? It's another lane. See it? Yeah, man. Big up, you know, Christopher. You know, we kind of I try to improve the graphics on the stream. Me like a clean stream. I don't like no whole heap of things beside me or over my head or upon my screen. You understand? My head big enough already if it block up the screen. So I don't want no whole heap of things. But from time to time, we add a few local graphical things. See, just like the videos them, to make it thing interesting. And thing, I experiment with some background music in our stream earlier. And them local things, and you know what I mean? So, from time to time, we add some things. And, you know, keep a thing moving along. Incremental improvements. Reports are that lawmen ran an operation about 1 p.m. on Monday, the 18th of May, when a premises was searched and the weapon found. No arrests have been made, and investigations continue. It says just a AK-47. I don't know what kind of AK-47, what make or model, but I'm glad police find it. That is a SKS. Oh, we don't really know guns like that still, you know. You understand? Yeah. So what's special about the SKS now, Christopher? Oh, Christopher Daly. Christopher, we are deal with you a long time. I see the one in it. I hope you're alright. I know it's a man who has a travel about place, you know. See, not a SK, not a AK. Well, you see, then the people, them a report, then it's not a gun specialist. What Christopher said is a SKS, not a AK-47. So what's special about the SKS in our family? Talk to me. You understand? So teach it. You can teach them a mean process. Experimentation is a variety of life. That's how I think, brother. You seeing? And them things. You seeing? So I want to add some background music to the stream. But then, you know, peace, you know, myself, I soon tell you one problem with myself and run up in our next problem, you know. But I may tell you. Alright. I will pan Christopher for telling about the SKS. Sound powerful. Another gun found by Kingston Western Police. So, a team from the Kingston Western Police Division arrested a man in connection with the siege of a firearm and 9 rounds of ammunition during an operation on 4th Street in Kingston on Saturday, the 16th of May. SKS is Soviet made, right? Chris, it's a question Finara asks. Zane? So reports from the Denham Town Police. A mosquito that in the studio, I'm reaching it. No, it's not a mosquito. Okay. And at about 11:45 p.m., lawmen were in the area when a premises was searched. A high standard .22 revolver and 9 rounds of ammunition were reportedly found on the roof of the building. The identity of the man who was taken into custody is being withheld by the police. Investigations continue in the incident. Big up to the police them again. You see? No peeps. Jaja. I don't know if you have been following let me say I can't find a picture there. Coming in to put no picture together for the stream here. Like, me spend so much time at troubleshoot, I didn't really get to plan for the thing like how I don't want to plan for the thing. You see? But one little thing I go on in relation to some youths who attend Ascot High School. Me don't want things. So something now add up, as this is the second or third Ascot High School student. Michael Fraser, big up yourself and your family. I appreciate the contribution here, sir. And I appreciate the support likewise. You see? Something is amiss. I don't know what it is, but something not right in a John shop. Zane, this is the young man. Zane, highly bleached it would look like. I don't know why I feel that was the right way to go. SKS is a Russian weapon primarily used by the Chinese military. Yeah, Ascot High School is in Portmore, Father Finn. Zane, yeah man. Anting. Listen what go on. Ascot High student gunned down in Trenchtown. I think the last one was in Portmore too. Police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the shooting death of Norville Hall, a 15-year-old Ascot High School student who was killed by a gunman in his yard on 2nd Street in Trenchtown on Sunday night. According to the police, at approximately 8:15 p.m., residents reportedly heard gunshots coming from the home and alerted the law enforcement officials. Upon their arrival, the teenager was found suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Norville has been described as industrious by his relatives and was even a member of the cadet corps at his school. Okay. But I mean a cadet and him kind of bleach. I don't understand that. Unless him did a bleach before him going a cadet. Because you could have never in a cadet and a bleach. Not in my cadet days. You understand? Low bleaching wasn't even really a thing in my days. I'm kind of old I know still. No one has been taken into custody for the incident. In February of this year, Jaheim Palmer, a grade 10 student of Ascot, died in a similar fashion. The 15-year-old Palmer was killed by thugs in his community of Phoenix Park in what residents say was a case of mistaken identity. Christopher saying can't see him coming. I don't know why you can't see your comment, Christopher. Unless your comments it on YouTube or on pan, but I don't see no comment with held. You understand? I'm going to say no moderator delete no comment either, so I don't know. You see? Yeah, Empress Rose, I know you see Miss JA positive, but positive things coming sooner than you think. See, I don't like, I don't want this one, my nephew. This is him complete. Hold on. DNJ, you're suggesting that the young man on screen is your nephew? So let me know. And if you say I'm complexion, me kind of look on him and I look on him face. And him look like him bleached to me still. So if that is not the case, then me apologize. Oh, Christopher Daily me there, Christopher. Leah. Lee. I want DNJ give me some follow before we move on. Zane? I mean, him and them look brown still, but now him face just strike me as bleaching still, see? Oh, condolences in DNJ. I'm sorry for you going, brother. You see me? I don't know what before the Ascot you them still. You see, I don't, not that I'm saying that the two incidents are linked, but this is the second 15-year-old from Ascot that has been murdered since the start of the year. You see me? I say, okay. DeAndre say, I'm right skin, so I'm not bleach, alright. Teach, our problem is why do we need guns? They can't be used to plan food, design anything, build roads, bridges, houses. Only special squad should have guns. Interesting viewpoint that, and I don't disagree with you none at all. You understand? And I'm gonna want to protect him family too, I suppose. You see? But the gun thing kinda reach a state of no return already still in a circle because here we go on. It has become so ingrained in our existence that every man want one. Well, except me. I don't know the gun thing. I don't know some man find a first thing walk up and down with heavy metal on your body. Then me know that. My head big enough already. Me can't bother with no whole heap of heavy things. See? And then most of the man them they don't want a legal gun or illegal gun for them. Illegal gun turn them on. Illegal iron it get them in our vibe. Like you make them honey. I don't know, brother. You see, but me understand why you answer for other clock. Sir Omar got you why you deal with youth. Yes. And them things there. So alright, Father DNJ, go and hold it higher. Zane, I suppose you're probably able to shed a little bit more light on the story. I'm sure you don't want to say here so either, but things that are weird still. Things that are weird. You see. No peeps, in my neck of woods, I don't know what I go on. I always telling about Parrytown and Pimenta Walk and say I'm a place them. Pimenta Walk more than Parrytown still, but Parrytown I'm a place too. You understand? You know, we hail from St. Ann differently and we did have a female associate link up a Pimenta Walk one night time and we used to walk up Parrytown with a next link. You see? So, you link them different. You see me? But, regular, there is news that somebody is killed or some foolishness go on a Parito. See? So, right now, I be a clowns in Paritowns. More crime stalks Parrytown, St. Ann with shooting of man at a shop. The St. Ann police are probing Friday's brazen daylight killing of a man at a shop in Parrytown just outside the resort town of Orcharius. The deceased has been identified as 20-year-old Shamor Pinnock of Parrytown. It is reported about 7:30 a.m. Pinnock was sitting at a shop in the area when he was pounced upon by a gunman who opened fire, hitting Pinnock multiple times. The gunman then fled the scene. The police was alerted and Pinnock was later pronounced dead at hospital. So Parrytown has been the epicenter of 2 double murders since April, leaving some residents and business interests in the areas concerned about crime in the general community. More than a week ago, pandemonium erupted in Orcharius when a gunman sprayed 2 men with bullets at the market, resulting in their deaths and sending residents scampering for safety in fear of being hit in the hail of bullets. The deceased were later identified as 26-year-old Andy Reed, alias Fry, and Ivan Williams, popularly known as Bigger, a cook shop operator, both of St. Ann addresses. Police report stated that on Wednesday, May 6 at about 3 p.m., the men were at a cook shop at the entrance of the Orcharius market when they were accosted by armed men. The gunmen opened fire, hitting the 2 men several times before escaping. And them something. You see? And thing. That shooting incident is still under investigation by detectives in the parish. On only Thursday, April 9, 2 men were shot dead at a shop in Parrytown, a community, and in the community where several violent gun murders have occurred throughout the years. The victims of the double killing were later identified as 21-year-old Shanardo Gaynor and 29-year-old Omar Beckford, both of Parrytown. So reports stated at about 8 p.m. both men were at a shop near a playfield. I know that playfield very well. It was a play football over there. In the community when armed men approached them. The men opened gunfire, hitting Gaynor and Beckford before fleeing the scene. The police and then bodyguard hospital and pronounced dead, and investigations still are going and nobody now arrested it and them. So same place on a center there. Man shot dead in Chalk Hill. Chalk Hill is not really my place. I have an auntie who live up there, but it's not really my place. The St. Ann police have launched a probe into Wednesday's shooting death of a man in Chalky Hill in the parish. The deceased has been identified as Leroy Pratt of Chalky Hill. Reports are that about 6 p.m., residents heard loud explosions and alerted the police. On the arrival of the lawmen, Pratt was seen suffering from gunshot wounds. He was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The police have since launched a search for his killers. St. Ann, the Garden Parish, has become a jungle, woodland, forest. Hanover man charged with abduction, rape, robbery, and more. The Hanover police have charged a man who has been accused of abducting, robbing, and raping a woman in the parish in March. The accused has been identified as 41-year-old Anthony McNaughton of a Hanover address. Reports are that about 7:30 p.m. on Sunday the 1st of March, Norton was driving a Nissan AD wagon motorcar along the Reading Main Road in St. James when, upon reaching a section of the road, he allegedly brandished a firearm and demanded that a female who was on board hand over her cell phone. It is further alleged that subsequently he forcibly had sexual intercourse with the woman. The matter was later reported to the police and McNaughton was on Tuesday arrested and charged with rape, forcible abduction, grievous sexual assault, robbery with aggravation, and illegal possession of firearm. So robbing the lady was not enough. So the man robbed the lady for her cell phone, then robbed her for her dignity. I give thanks him never rob her for her life still. You understand? You have to give thanks to small mercies. You see? More police find a gun too. And then they use it shot him. But not to kill him, like shot him in the foot them. Like in a knee and a ankle like. You understand? Then I have no problem with that still. You know, some teacher you talk about police killing you. I say them kill him, shoot him in the knee and ankle. Then he now go dead. You don't have to shoot him 4 times a day. Shoot him different days. So him not bleed out. You just shoot him in the left knee today. And then in the right ankle next month. And then the left knee. And then he does, you understand? And then you shoot him in the elbow them too. Down the road there. You see it? Mm-hmm. But it's a mosquito. It's not a mosquito, it's a loco. Them sitting there fly around light. Moth. And a mosquito, man. Me size him for a long time, man. I don't play with mosquito, you know. Yeah, understand? Then me try to figure out in coming because he window them mesh. The studio always locked. I mean, I know. You see? Why am I not seeing me comment? Why everybody has said they not see them comment? Tamu, I don't know you not see your comment. You comment some things where YouTube are black. I don't know because I don't see no comment being withheld. Zane, our comment need something. Pick out. Yeah, man, I shoot him in the ankle, man, and the elbow and the knee, them, man. Then place there. Then giant them. This giant, the giant him bullet by bullet. You see? But we're glad him not kill us still. So we give that. But peeps. Obeah is a hell of a thing, you know. I me always wonder. Remember one time, there was a flurry, a tsunami of advertisement on TV from some people from the subcontinent, mostly Pakistan and India, saying that them are them are what? I don't even know what they call themselves. Astrologists, but them can't tell you your fortunes and your favors. Basically, the Obeah Man Association in Nigeria, I don't know if you have an Obeah Man Association, but the Obeah Man them when they talk was very upset. I said, why astrologers? You big up yourself, you RJ, then we can't remember everything every time. You know? I said, the new astrologers them, I lick them out of business. And me I said then, if Obeah was a thing then, why Obeah Man them not just Obeah them man there? And just them business, just Obeah them business. So me I say Obeah Man a complain say, they nah make no money because some man come take them business. Then they just Obeah them and call it a day. Obeah versus Obeah, then nothing wrong. Obeah for Obeah. We fight fire with fire. The man not fight for him, man fight Obeah with Obeah. But what me I say now, on a different level. Me Obeah Man a complain say man hold them money. Then if you say Obeah Man, if me a Obeah, you can't hold me. If me a Obeah, you can't hold me. If you hold me, me Obeah, you walk on your neck somewhere. Then when Obeah dead, then me a try to figure out this Obeah thing. And me not chopping the Obeah Man, you know. Cause me no want no man try Obeah me still. But me just say, if the Obeah thing was like a thing, then so I mean Obeah Man do is complain. Man thief in customer, man owe him money. Then your Obeah not work, brother. If your Obeah work, man afraid to take things from you. You just Obeah him. But alright. Here what go on now. Here what go on. I come across one next Obeah story. That one here is not a joking matter. See? That one is serious. But in the seriousness of the seriousness, I have some serious question for the seriousness. It's a serious thing. You understand? Then Obeah still a keep. I don't know impress Rosie, but people still a got it. But and you understand? And then teach mind Obeah. You see me? Watch it now. Listen this now, peeps. Let me try to take a smirk off of it. Let me just laugh. Ali cat, eyes. Ali, what you deal with? Everything good, mommy? But that story is a serious story. But me still have some questions. See, blessings, you know, Grittel Richards. Blessings, Empress Richards. What you doing? Obeah Man jailed for a rape. And for allegedly having sex with woman and her daughter to release Duppy. I don't want draft to spread out. Because it's a serious thing. But them say you have to take kinty cover heartburn sometime. I mean I try to wonder something. If a sex the man did a sex the dopey out of the people them. Because I mean I get it. You understand? Because if you come link me as a Obeah man, that means you say dopey in you are your children. I mean so the only way to get rid of the dopey is for me sex the empress. Then no sex me a sex out the dopey then what else they could do? Then me not understand. That means not a dopey person, but me just a look into it. But watch you know, alright. And the next thing what kind of throw me out to is that the age of the Obeah man. At this age of Obeah man should have for retirement, but alright. And me don't want joke out that story there, because it's a serious story. But me have some serious question. Watch ya. An 82-year-old resident of Harmon's district in Manchester, popular for his work as a Obeah man, was arrested by police last Friday and charged with raping a woman and their 14-year-old daughter. Me a try to figure out how an 82-year-old man, fine, the 14-year-old girl, make a hold on pan the part of the story first. How can one 82-year-old man rape one big woman? And so he won't be a chunk. So when the Obeah then rape her, Rosie B said if 82-year-old can still sex, the man won't be a chunk. You don't see what go on? Yeah, different level of Obeahness that if a man at 82 can rape a 14-year-old girl. Assuming that the 14-year-old girl was a virgin. May I assume that? Then these are different Obeah man that the Obeah man that he must pass it through then, cause I don't know. You understand? But watch it now, cause a serious story, you know. Me I leave the last, but me need to get rid of it first and then me deal with some more serious things. It is reported that the accused had sex with the mother 3 times and 8 times with the daughter. Right now at 82 female can't manage Viagra, Christopher. Talk it truth. Cause me as a Viagra kill young youth where them are supposed to good. In Viagra work, bro. So okay, like a Viagra story that I don't even know. So the reports are that him have, so I guess him say, in order to get, I don't know how much dopey did involve. But basically, I don't know if it was, say, that juice scratch, you know. Oh, you know so that juice a scratch scary. And when you get scratch up, maybe just ask still, cause you know what I mean. But watch what I go on, you know. DJ Swizzler said them did want to do it. But this is my thing, I know, DJ Swizzler. Because if him have sex with the woman 4 times, 3 times, and the daughter 8 times at 82, your uncle at fire, uncle no retire. You understand what I say? Uncle they are prison still, but watch you now. A resident from the area said persons heard noise coming from the man's dwelling house, and that when people found out what was happening, the matter was reported and the man was subsequently arrested. A resident said the accused has been a popular Obeah man in the area for years, practicing his unorthodox methods, and has been visited by individuals from all over. Them man they are Obeah man, and them tell people all kind of things, give them things to drink, and warn them. So them afraid to report him, said the resident. But hold on, the 14-year-old girl, brother, she can't consent. Or she will consent. But then the mother need for lock up to, because if she carry her that, hold on, there's a next article, you know, in a nationwide. Let me see if I can find it. Phone one charge, you know. Oh, me go search it, you know. Hold on. Obeah man arrested Okay. Alright. So listen to this now. Yeah. So our next article here, let me provide some more info. So the police have arrested a great-grandfather in Manchester for the rape and sexual assault of a woman and her 2 children. So this will provide even more info. Who reportedly went to him for spiritual advice. He is 82 years old, Joseph Anderson, who police described as a spiritual advisor. Anderson of Armand's district in Porus, Manchester, has been charged with rape, touching a child, grievous sexual assault, and indecent assault. Reports are that a 44-year-old woman, how can an 82-year-old man rape a 42-year-old woman? The man 2 times older than her. Zin? With her 2 girls, well, reports are that me I will play one audio clip I couldn't hear because our reporter you kind of deal with it on a level. Reports are that a 44-year-old woman journeyed from St. James to Porus with her 2 girls, aged 6 and 14, on the advice of a friend that she could find an Obeah man there to remove duppies from her children. According to police reports, the woman claimed that Anderson told her that he could help remove the duppies, but she and the girls would have to engage in sex with him. The woman and the 2 girls were reportedly at a house in Armand's between Wednesday evening, May 13, and Thursday morning, May 14. Oh, so they have to stay overnight for the exorcism. Sure. According to the police, Anderson had sexual intercourse with the woman without her consent. I'm confused. While at the house in Armand's, Porus, Anderson reportedly also sexually assaulted the 2 girls. A report was made to the police and an intensive investigation was launched. Police sources say the woman and one of the girls suffered physical harm and have been hospitalized. Detectives assigned to the Area 3 Center for Investigation of Sexual Offences and Child Abuse in Soca arrested and charged Anderson under the Sexual Offences Act on Thursday, May 14. Mr. Anderson, the Obeah man, 82 years old, uses a walking stick and is being held at the lockup at the Asia police station. If I tell her say I wasn't confused, I would have tell her a lie. Right now it's like my thoughts them get Obeah. Me confused. Something there are many missing parts in this story. Zin, this is worse than Obeah. You understand? Me very confused, Miss Rosie. Them just a cheery thing. You understand? The whole time I use a walking stick. But one article I say it's a 1 child, one say a 2 child. One article even give the amount of time he have sex with the 44-year-old mother. How many times he have sex with the daughter? I don't know. If you're an 82-year-old man rape a 14-year-old girl, I don't know, Rasta. Zine. But me watch the story not so incredible, which is true. You understand? But I kind of have a look of faith in a nationwide. Normally when nationwide reports something, if you not go so near to go so like. Zine, and their article, as you can realize, is far more wide-based than the previous article. Zine? So something wrong somewhere. You see me? And as me I say now, if Mr. Anderson Obeah so strong, all Mr. Anderson are going to do is just Obeah and out of the case. So make we say it go then. Because me confused. I want to tell you I'm very confused. Zine, right now, strange things are happening. Yes, a Papa San singer, so nobody don't need to take me on today. You understand? Yes. Oh, see, look who's sitting there where Christopher say a mosquito. It's not a mosquito, man. It's one look who's sitting there fly around like. I don't know their name. I must say moth or something like that. You see? But I said it's a real dopey story. Ah, boy. Michael have a job to spread out. No, that case are too serious to spread out, you know. Miss Millicent said teach. A lie she a tell. She can't. A shame, she shame. But, dopey and youth them. I guess I believe killer and believe cure. You understand? What's your papa said? You see me? Pour us up at pour us. Psychological evaluation for a suspect held after cabby hacked to death. A psychological evaluation is to be undertaken of a suspect who has been taken into custody by the Westmoreland police on suspicion of having hacked a taxi operator to death in the parish, including severing both legs of the victim. The deceased has been identified as 28-year-old Aldan Fearing of a Seaford Town, Westmoreland address. The suspect is believed to be of unsound mind. Reports are that about 7:30 p.m. on Thursday, the 14th of April, Fearing, I don't know about surname there, you know. Mr. Fearing, strange, was heard screaming at his home. The police were summoned, and the body of the taxi operator was later discovered in bushes near his home. The body had multiple chop wounds and both legs were cut off. The deceased was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. The Bethel Town police are investigating the gruesome incident. What you say? Hanging tree. Galas. Out of Yalas. Down Westmoreland said speed. Westmoreland mechanic charged with murder and wounding and robbery. So the Westmoreland police have charged a 46-year-old mechanic in the parish with a number of serious criminal charges, including murder. The accused is Delroy Bromley, otherwise called AJ, of Barracks Road in Savannah, Lamar, Westmoreland. He has been charged with murder, wounding with intent, and robbery with aggravation. Reports are that about 1:20 a.m. on Tuesday, May 12th, 3 gunmen kicked open the door to a house that was occupied by 2 brothers and demanded their car keys. The assailants opened gunfire at the brothers before fleeing with the vehicles which were stolen. The injured brothers were taken to hospital where 31-year-old Michael Dyer, a landscaper of McNeil District, Little London, Westmoreland, was pronounced dead. The other brother was treated for his injuries. Bromley was arrested on Wednesday, the 13th of May, and was later charged by investigators. So what are the next 2 gunmen there? See, Dante is on if you like the stream and share it. You understand? And me I said the same thing. What up now, Westmoreland, brother? The wicked west, the wild, wild west. Ah, boy. I don't know, Rasta. I don't know. Ah, boy. So peace for next story. What kind of, boy, I don't know. The story them kind of show me what look by the clean. I'm soon gone in bed. You understand? Soon gone in my bed. See some of them story for Friday. For Sunday. But may I share that one? Yeah. Hero mom dies while saving drowning daughter. Tiara steals last memory of her mother, 44-year-old Colleen Myers. Alive was of the distressed woman rushing towards her drowning frame and clinging to her hand in a bid to repel the deathly clutch of the Rio Grande in Portland. How poetic. Then she blocked out. When Steele came to, she raised her head to see people attempting to pump water from her mother's chest. I was just there bawling until I could move. I asked someone to help me go over to her, but she never opened her eyes, the distraught daughter recounted. Still, Myers and a few others had journeyed from their community in Springfield, St. Thomas, to the beautiful shores of Portland to enjoy a day out. That ominous decision was in breach of the Disaster Risk Management Act, which prohibits gatherings at and swimming in beaches and rivers. And I'm Jay, what go on, brother? We had left out to go to Nanny Falls, but we heard that it was closed when we were on our way. So I suggested we go there instead, Steele said. The 21-year-old, the only child for her mother, said that Myers was her best friend. I am unable to talk about everything and share my best memories right now because of the emotions, but we were very close. We went everywhere together, said Steele. Recalling the moment a peaceful Sunday afternoon turned fatal, Steele said she was waist deep in the water when the current started to pull her away. Steele said that she suddenly began spinning around and around in a whirlpool until she went under, gasping for her life. When she re-emerged, she saw her mother running to her aid after others had gotten into trouble. I came up, I cried out for help, and I saw my mother sending someone to come get me because she can't swim either. But the person could not manage, as he was going under the water too. Steele said she held her mother's hand and feet on their way to the hospital, hoping that she would survive. But she later got the crushing blow. Her mother, her heartbeat, was dead. Speaking with the gleaner from their home in St. Thomas, Steele's uncle, Kanai Kelly, remembered the caring nature of his older sister. We were very close. We lived together for over 30 years, and every day she leave out or me leave, she message and call me every minute to check up on me, Kelly said. Commander of the Portland Police, Superintendent Dwayne Wellington, is warning residents about floating the Disaster Risk Management Act, which governs the Jamaican government's COVID-19 restrictions. It is unfortunate. It's an unfortunate incident which could have been avoided if only people would adhere to the rules and regulations, Wellington said. This is a clear indication that prevention is better than cure. You know, I not see the video, yardy. Like, for the past few weeks, I have avoided social media, you know, because in general, like my Instagram inbox full up right now. Seeing Facebook probably same me. Like the most me go up on Twitter every now and then. I hardly tweet. Like social media just not for me most of the time. Too much foolishness, brother. I'm kinda not deal with foolishness very well. So, and I saw probably people have sent it to me, you know, because on any given day I receive over 100 videos. Sometimes I only get to watch like 5 because I just can't keep up. I tell you the truth. And sometimes people send me the one video 500 times because they don't know if me get it yet. And that's understandable. In a easy moment time, it's rough. You see? What a sad situation, Rasta. See? And I suppose you can't discuss that story without pointing to the fact that if the family had stayed home, then we would not be having this discussion just now. When they were given directives by the government that public places were off limits under the Disaster Risk Management Act. See? But having broken the rules, TD on social media saying social media not fine. So what this is my social media, man. And this is my job. When I say social media, I mean like Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and thing. Yeah. YouTube work, brother. YouTube and social media for me. Yeah, but we see the conflict. We see the conflict. Omari, the people, what you need, family, everything good here. Hope all is well. You see? And I can just imagine the situation involving the mother knowing that she can't swim but seeing her daughter about to drown. That is really heroic, in all honesty. Zane, I sincerely wish that they did not venture out on this day. And I suppose that young lady will probably... Blessings, Omari. I'm glad for you, so you're good, brother. I suppose this young lady will probably spend the rest of her life with the guilt and blaming herself for the death of her mother. Seeing that she admitted that she was the one who suggested that the journey to Portland, Zane, after Nanny Falls lock, which it did supposed to lock because the government said it for lock. Blessings, Norland. Baxter. Blessings, Norland. His surname kind of box me up, look what. Zane. Yeah, man. Maternal instinct. The poet. Definitely. You see me? She will probably blame herself for the rest of her life and feel that she's responsible for her mother's death. You see? Jaja. It's rough. Yeah, man. It's rough. Wow. Embattled CMU appoints interim president and new treasurer. Professor Evan Dugan has been appointed interim president of the embattled Caribbean Maritime University. The appointment takes effect on the 1st of June. Dugan replaces Professor Fritz Pinnock, who is now on leave of absence amid fraud and other criminal charges. Resigned Education Minister. Resigned. Ruel Reid, his wife Sharon, their daughter Sharel, and Brownstown Division Councillor Kim Brown Lawrence are also on criminal charges in relation to what is now regarded as the CMU affair. It involves questionable spending amounting to hundreds of millions of dollars, flagrant human resource breaches, and violations of the government's procurement guidelines and other protocols. Dugan's appointment is one of two key changes at the CMU. Chartered accountant Joy Harrison has also been named treasurer. She will be expected to play a lead role in fixing the administrative headache in the CMU's finance department. In January, Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced a new CMU council headed by a Port Authority of Jamaica President Professor Gordon Shirley. It followed a damning Auditor General's report which uncovered serious governance issues and financial irregularities. The Auditor General also found that the CMU had some 21 bank accounts, some of which were not being properly administered. I sincerely hope that Professor Dugan and Miss Joy Harrison understand that they are not servants only to the Caribbean Maritime University, but they are servants to Jamaican taxpayers. And as such, ought to make every effort humanly possible not to even contemplate, entertain anything remotely resembling what would have transpired over by CMU before. Matty say I might topic this. I'm not too dwell upon it, you know. You feel me? DJ Nightlife, where I did family, hope all is well in here. You see? I sincerely hope that they will begin the transformation, the renewal, the rehabilitation of the image of the CMU. I want me carry. What subject he specializes in? I am trained to teach geography, environmental studies, social studies, Caribbean studies, and anything else really. But a GM is area of specialization. The CMU and Ministry of Education thing, you know, it rubbed me the wrong way every time it come up. You see? And me I watch and see, and I look, and I wait with bated breaths. You understand? Auntie. I look what thing I go on and I watch in my place where there is some controversy brewing in relation to a $46 million cleanup project under scrutiny. It has hit national spotlight for the Juicy J. But me now got to delve in the article here till Sunday night. Zane, I've read it, so I know it, but me not too, you know what I mean? I just a prep soon, cause it interests me. I watch and see what I go on. Speaking about corruption, Greg Christie is back. And Greg is a beacon of hope in this corrupt landscape, landfill that is Jamaica. Saying Greg Christie is the contractor general who probably would have revealed the most corruption in the history of the country. Yeah? He would have served stints in similar roles overseas. He is back. I am not a fan of the Integrity Commission. Zane. I am not a fan of the operations of the Integrity Commission. I think the Office of the Contractor General, the OCG, was a more robust, streamlined institution that did far more work for the benefit of taxpayers in this country than this Integrity Commission. As a matter of fact, one of my greatest concerns as it relates to the Integrity Commission is the fact that Professor Trevor Monroe heads the institution. Zane? And Professor Trevor Monroe, it's no secret that he has been politically aligned in the past. The Integrity Commission should be overseen by somebody who is non-partisan, who don't have no political bungle and baggage. Zane? And I think that is fundamentally one of the issues with that agency. I am not certain what has been achieved by the commission. I know that the good Auditor General is a part of one of the committee there, a part of the commission. I think she has been doing some sterling work in uncovering some serious plots in this country. You understand? And I have all faith and confidence that the Auditor General has no fear or favor for anybody and she just had to do some work. Christie also strikes me as somebody who has no fear or favor, and I sincerely hope that he has returned with the same zeal and resolve that he had while he was there. See? Well, Kirk, yeah, man, you can't find that, man. I am not politically aligned, brother. See, man, I'm not political baggage. You have people in our country who have that, brother. See? But them not interested in them people. Because you see, everybody, everybody I look for something, teach. Teach them, I pray they will all pay for their crimes. Let the ones awaiting their fates take note of the municipal corporation outcome. Yeah, man. As I said, Kerry, I see a lot of parallels between the municipal case and the education ministry and CMU case and thing and them things. Zane. Now one name and then you go grab a bed. The biggest problems facing Jamaica. And number one on that list is corruption. Corruption is the mother of all criminal activities in this country. Because corruption affects everything. Zane? And we are talking corruption in all entities and places where corruption is. Kirk, you have people who we have political preference, but not political alignment. So yes, a man might still favor one political movement than the other, but it's not politically aligned or politically tainted. You have people in this country who not have no political preference neither, brother. See? And me I say, Kirk, you can't have one entity where you say is the Integrity Commission and this is an oversight body, Zine, and a political watchdog when you have one man who was so steeped in the political landscape and political culture heading the institution. So yes, most top men in the country, Zine, have political preferences. Zine, but you have people in the country when have no political baggage, so to speak. I know, and so when them do it, it's just for a time. Boy, brother, we need a way out. We need a better day. We need people with the resolve of Greg Christie and Pamela Monroe Ellis and others who are strident and who continue to reveal these intricately woven plans to fleece taxpayers of their money. Van G said, do we need a third party? The issue with the third party is that Jamaicans don't think so. You understand? An attempt was made with the NDM. There have been many other third party popping up over the place, but they die a very quick death. Zine, the political structure in Jamaica is so polarizing and persons are either X or Y. Zine, having a third party not necessarily what we need to do, clean up the two where they're here and have people who want the best for Jamaica. Yeah, but if them people, they're like 2 out of 100, Stuart. Zine? And then you have 3 million people. Multiply the 2 there by every 100 and see how, if you don't get a couple thousand people. All you need is a couple people, you know, brother. Confucius once said, a single grain of rice can tip the balance of the scale, brother. So when you do that 2 there, per every 100 people, per every 1,000, then every 100,000, then every million, then you have one core of people who can help transform the country. You understand? You see me? So at the end of the day, people are out there who not have no fear and no favor, brother. And I just some work them I do. Them no business with the guy. You understand? People are out there like that. But you say, in that thing here, who you know and who know you, and then you're going to become influenced again. You see me? But you have people who go to school and earn them qualification and move through the ranks and beat them, man. Pamela Manuelis is one of them that are the Auditor General. She don't play with people, brother. You understand what I say? She don't play with people, you know. You see, Greg Christie in the past, Professor Manuel did tell the US ambassador Tapia that the government is corrupt just to receive funding. Luckily, the funding is going to justice now. But what Professor Manuel did say is the political landscape in Jamaica is corrupt. It's not just the government. The PNP corrupt, the opposition corrupt, the PNP corrupt, the JLP corrupt, the whole of them